Well, I've only got 1.4 million emails about horses we looked at today. Are there videos coming? What are we going to do? So, to be honest, it's day one Lexington, right? It's going to be quiet. Many of you have heard me talk about horses we were looking at, a couple in particular. I'm just waiting on x-rays back on both of them right now. Both of them looked great. I only took the video of the horse on day one that I was looking at that might go for a little bit more money. The horse on day two, by the time Curtis landed, his flight was delayed, and then he was late getting here. He had to fly into Cincinnati instead of Lexington, drove all the way here, an hour here from Cincinnati. So he didn't get here till 3 o'clock. So at that point, Amy and I had just under or just around 30 horses to video. We got a bite to eat, and we started doing it. And we got to about 28, I think. And then everybody just kind of shut her down for the night, right? It's 5 o'clock. It was actually 6 o'clock the night before the sale. They kind of shut it down. So we didn't get the Preferred Equine on time. We didn't get the Kentuckiana. We got 28 done, but we got the ones we were looking at on day one. Now, there are 6 horses on day one that I will be looking at. Be very clear, we likely can't get any of them. The one horse that I did want to get in particular was gorgeous. Everything was perfect. We got a full set of x-rays done on him, and we have most of the ownership put in place right now, but it is a sale. He might go for way more than we can afford, and in that case it won't matter. I will go over the 6 that I have on my list for tomorrow, and I was a little torn on this. Obviously there's quite a few people that are going to watch this. There are 6 horses I'll be looking at. There's probably 10 on day one that I really liked. One of them we went back to video, and I couldn't. It was done for the night. They wouldn't bring him back out. So we were bouncing around trying to get everything done. Really probably should have been one of the first horses we started with, but it turned out we missed him. So there will be 30 videos coming to you tonight in regards to the people that are asking about the 2, let's say, a little more pricey horses that I have on my list, and there are only 2 at this point. Both of them look great. Just waiting to hear back from the vet that x-rayed them all over, both of them today. First, we'll look at number 7, Ineffable. Now, Ineffable we didn't do a video of. I looked at him. Great looking horse. Great looking video. This filly is big, strong. I actually feel the only reason I'm talking about her is it's odd. Her body type and her look puts her squarely in the number 7 position on the sale easily. But looking at her pedigree, yeah, there's some nice horses in there, but day one horses, I don't know. What do I know? Maybe there is. I think if Ineffable was around number 75, I'd be saying, yeah, we could probably buy this horse. Those first 10 in Lexington are pretty scary, the prices that they go for. So I doubt. I really just put this filly on right before we left because she was so good looking. But truth be known, number 7 in the Lexington sale, highly unlikely we're going to be bringing Ineffable home, but I'll be there to bid on her if something comes up, and she doesn't. You know, people they look at the sales, and it's hard to judge them sometimes, especially if nobody's bidding. The people that were going to bid that thought she might go for a lot of money, and maybe she's much lower. It's human nature. They start second guessing themselves, and they start saying, did I miss something? What did I miss? You know what? I'm just going to let that horse pass, because I clearly must have missed something. And you got 4 or 5 people saying that, and a couple other people that just stopped bidding. Next thing you know, you end up with a horse like Lawmaker or a horse like Spirit of Dio for $10,000. And now, I can almost assure you Ineffable is not going for anywhere near that. But you never know. You never know. So we're here, and that's why I sit there and watch every horse go through the ring, and we try to do our homework on every single horse, listen to all the backstories we can and all the breeding, the backdoor breeding that goes on with a lot of these horses in regards to, you see the pedigree on the page, but there's other trees that branch off from there. And I love hearing from our clients. They email me all the time. This one's a sister to this one, and that's a brother, and it's really, really cool. So I love getting those emails. They're long for good reason. It's a great story, but there's a ton of extra breeding that goes into these horses than just what meets the eye. So number 7, Ineffable, is the first one I'm going to be watching curiously go through the ring. Number 16 is Sioux Cup Blue Chip. I did a video about this horse. She's small on day one. Type of horse that might fall through the cracks, but she got a full sister that made $456,000, so it's unlikely. But terrible name. Apparently, one of Tom's employees' last name is Sue Cup. She should probably change her name. But Sue Cup Blue Chip in herself, put together right, correct, looks good, long barrel on her. She is a little small, so she may actually bring a little more money than I'd be willing to pay for. I wish them all the luck in the world with her. Good family, dams 1 through 3, and maybe go for a lot of money. If she doesn't, I'd be happy to sit there and bid on her. Definitely a good-looking filly. I'm just worried at number 16 with a full sister that made almost $500,000. Probably out of our league. Again, most of these horses are. Then we kick over to the other blue chip horse, horse that I liked very much, Stifler Blue Chip. This is a first colt out of this mare. The first two were fillies. His full sister made $40,000. Took America 58, I think it says. I got writing over top of it. Stifler Blue Chip's a good-looking horse. There is a video done on Sue Cup and Stifler Blue Chip. You'll see them tonight. No faults in either of those horses as far as how they look. I will let the cat out of the bag. This is one of the horses we did x-rays on, Stifler Blue Chip. So I'll know probably by, what time is it, Abe?
7:40.
I'll know by 8:30, 9 o'clock how he x-rayed, but I assume he x-rayed pretty good. There were a few people that x-rayed him before us. So Stifler Blue Chip, another horse, probably looking at big numbers here. But again, you just never know. So we're going to watch this guy go through the ring for sure. Now the next two on their list are pacers. Number 70 is Rifleman. Now we did do a video, I believe we did a video on Rifleman. This is a good looking colt by Betting Line. Not a big colt, but not small. Just, I would say, medium big. How's that, if there's such a thing? Mig. He was blocky, strong looking colt. Not a giant colt. Now his brother, the Greek Freak, paced 51 the other day in Lexington. All of his other races, he drew the outside. Now, I'm not making excuses for him. I really don't know the horse. I could have asked about him. Mark Weaver and Ron Burke have him, so I could have asked about the Greek Freak, but I'm not worried about the Greek Freak. I'm worried about Rifleman. And good-looking family, second dam, is Glowing Report, world champion. $2 million made, just a monster of a mare. She threw Net 10 EOM, who's a sire in Indiana, and so on and so forth. Perfect Union is in there. I don't have to tell you about the family. This is day one Lexington. Rifleman, again, the one thing is, I believe, and I've said this before, that Betting Line might be our in. You can't just buy horses expecting to have giant stake horses. We want good horses that are going to be good race horses. A horse like Arctic Force didn't make us much money this year, but he's going to be a nice horse at 3 and maybe beyond 3. And what we're trying to build here at the stable isn't just a stake outlet. We're trying to build a place where good horses are made and good horses are raced. And that takes a long time, doesn't it? I think of it about a baseball team. You have to draft youngsters. You have to bring them along. And that's pretty much what we're trying to do here. And Betting Line should demand a lot of money, but I don't think he will. You have Some Beach Somewheres last year, you have Captain Treacherous, and you have Sweet Lou in Pennsylvania right now, and amongst a multitude of other sires. I think this might be the year, 2019 might be the year where you can afford Betting Lines in Pennsylvania. He's a great horse, son of Bettor's Delight. You can't say enough about Betting Line. He's just a tremendous animal. But unproven sire into the deep end of the pool, this might be our way in Pennsylvania. And not saying that it was just Rifleman. I have a number of horses we did videos of today that were by Betting Line, but a number of other horses I want to look at. We're looking for good horses at moderate prices, and we might have some luck with Betting Line this year in Pennsylvania. Number 770 is our first one. His name is Rifleman. The next one is also a Betting Line. His name is The Vig. He was a bit smaller than Rifleman. I would say he's medium small as opposed to the other horse being a little bigger. The Vig is very, very, very well bred. Now, it's hard to tell with all this pedigree on here. It's not clear if... I should look it up on Track It. When you look through all the pedigree here, you see Rock and Roll Heaven, Clear Vision. The list goes on and on and on. There's just Stealth Bomber. There's just horses all over the page. And the Vig, he is a little bit small. but he is one good-looking horse, and he is put together perfectly. Day 1, small horse. Not 2 words that should go together in Lexington. This horse would be a fantastic day 2 or 3 horse. I don't know if day 1 is a perfect spot for this guy. Might be the perfect spot for us. Maybe not the perfect spot for the VIG. And if he falls through the cracks, you can be sure I will be sitting right there waiting for him. The last horse in my little tiny list of 6 is a Cantab Hall. This is a Cantab Hall colt, dual eligible Pennsylvania and Kentucky. Now, I don't think we can afford this horse at all. This is Sherry Lynn's lady's brother. Now, Sherry Lynn was by Father Patrick. This is a Cantab Hall. This is a colt, not a filly. Nevertheless, looks okay. I think on paper, when you look at the second dam, is the dam of Donato Hanover, is the dam of Here Comes Herbie, Dream on Hanover. I mean, there's tons of pedigree in here. We shouldn't be able to afford this horse. Looking at this horse in person, kind of looks ordinary. He had a little snot coming out of his nose, so maybe he's a little bit sick today. I don't know, but he didn't have that shine to him that you think a day 1 horse would have. That may work in our favor. Viruses pass. So 108, need not now, is a horse. There is no possible way we should be able to afford this horse. But again, who knows? You never really know what's going to happen at the sale. So those are 6 horses I'm looking at. We are posting, I think, 28, might be 29 or 30 videos tonight. Curtis had all them. What I did was I went through, we parked over in the, I don't know, whatever. Right over in the parking lot by Hunterton. And then we just walked right through the entire area. We picked the horses we were going to pick. And then when Curtis got there, we videoed as many as we could before they kicked us the hell out of there. So around 6 o'clock, all the bigger outfits closed down. We are going to get to Kentuckiana tomorrow morning. We're going to get to Preferred Equine tomorrow morning. Spring Haven is over there. There's still another row of barns to do. So we did 28 today. We have about another 70 that we want to look at tomorrow. So tomorrow is going to be a big day for the stable. I don't know how big a day it's going to be in the actual sales ring, but I can tell you there's going to be a lot of work done tomorrow. We want to do as many videos as we can tomorrow also and get them out to you. As for day 1, I gave you 6 horses to look at, one in particular. I'm going to come back tomorrow and give you, you're going to see the 28 videos also that Curtis is going to send you. All those horses will be in play. All the horses I did videos on, I have hard lines on them written in my tablet right now. They're all in play. And all the horses we look at after that. You guys know how it works. We put a hard line number beside the horse. If it goes for much less, it's in play. Now, we can't buy all of them. They're simply not going to go for less than what we want, all of them. But I'll be ready to watch every single one of them go through the ring and make sure if something happens, if something falls through the cracks, we're there for it. So, if you want to know about any of the horses that we did videos on that you're going to see tonight, don't hesitate to send me a message and ask me. I'll give you exactly everything I saw today and everything I liked or didn't like about the horses. Also, tomorrow we'll be doing a ton of videos again. If your horse wasn't videoed today, send me a message. Either I didn't like the horse and didn't video it, or I'll be happy to video it tomorrow. So, from Kentucky, we raced horses too. White Tiger, I watched him race. They went in 53, but can't keep getting way off the gate like that. I think I'd asked him to It's taking horses off Lasix a little more difficult in Ontario. I think they have to be on for 100 days. So I asked him to qualify him off of Lasix on next Thursday. And then I think we're going to give him a month off. I don't know why he's falling off the gate like that, but he is. And I can't see any lameness. Certainly Mike Wilder didn't say anything about lameness. Tim thought he warmed up good. Something's going on. This is a horse that ran away with Dave Miller 2-3 times this year, and now he's not even going up to the gate, leaving the gate. Something's going on. I can't physically see it or visibly see it. Can't get to the bottom of it. You'd think it was his feet, but his feet aren't testing sore. Doesn't appear to be anything really bothering him. He's just racing poorly. So even though he trotted probably 55 and a bit today, not the way we want to see him do it. So we're gonna qualify him off Lasix, take him home, give him a month off, maybe just send him to Winterwood for a month, bring him back in and have him ready for the winter time. Is that all that raced today in? Was White Tiger? Wasn't there somebody earlier? Sunshine Shades racing later on tonight. I expect he'll be good, I would hope. I would imagine James will be a little conservative with him tonight, and then tomorrow we got a couple of horses racing. But big day, obviously, for us at the sale here in Kentucky. My co-pilots are tired. I'm tired. Curtis is tired. He's doing editing right now. But we'll be sharp as a tack in the morning. Take care.